Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting, beautiful reaction video. My name is Ogechi. If you're stopping by for the first time, hello, do well to click on the red subscribe button, like this video, share, comment, and do all those nice things like turning on your post notification bell so that you'll be the first person to get informed anytime I drop a new video. If you're a returning viewer, why haven't you joined the army? Click on the red subscribe button quickly so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Like this video, drop a nice comment. Okay, today's video is from Triggernometry. It's titled "Why Parents Take Their Kids to Trans Drag Shows." Do parents really do that? And I think the speaker here is Helen Joyce. Helen Joyce will be speaking about this. When I actually saw this particular video, I was like stunned. I was like, okay, the parents actually take their kids, when they say kids, not teenagers, kids, to trans drag shows. What is their intention? These days we learn about parents that, allow kids be whatever they want to be. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. I will give my thought during the course of this video and after this video, okay? So let's get straight into it.
Let's talk a little bit about the ideology, because I mean, it's just weird.
Isn't it just?
I wish I could be more articulate and erudite.
So do I, mate. It's just weird.
But it is weird.
It's not natural.
It is weird. You're just going, I don't understand this. The leaps of logic, you try and read this kind of, because I've sat down and I've read this stuff but I can't get my head around it. What's going on?
I mean, partly I think it's because it's basically a new religion, and you're not meant to get your head around religions. Specifically, you're not meant to. Any attempt to get around it is showing that you don't have faith. So to me, it's very like, I was brought up Catholic, although I no longer really believe. And
I feel your pain.
Yeah, okay. So, but three gods in one. Do you remember the mystery of the Trinity?
Yes, of course.
Right. So you're not meant to try to understand that. And you're certainly not meant to say, okay, three gods equals one. Therefore, in any equation in all of mathematics, 3 equals 1.
Yeah.
It's ineffable. It's a mystery. And so there's an aspect of that about it, that you're not meant to try to explain it. You're just meant to recite the creed. And the creed, trans women are women. Have you ever seen any of these things where they have protests and there'll be a call and answer, very like a religious call and answer. So somebody who has the mic will bellow, trans women are women. And then everyone goes, trans women are women. And it just reminds me of Lord hear us, Lord graciously hear us. So yeah, I don't think you're meant to understand it. You're just meant to accept it.
Because... And then there's another, and I'm loath to talk about this but I feel we have to talk about it because it's what's going on now. And then the fact that a lot of these people who created some of these ideologies had to paedophilic past.
Yeah.
And again, I feel uncomfortable talking about it.
But you're meant to feel uncomfortable talking about it. That's the point. You're meant to feel uncomfortable so you don't talk about it, so we don't do our child safeguarding. That's the way it works.
But so let's have the conversation. Yeah. So what's going on with that?
I mean, I don't think that paedophilia is a big part of any sort of motivation on trans specifically. The fact is that queer theory, this idea that boundaries are bad, innately suspicious things, and that we can redefine everything, and we can turn the world upside down, that's very useful for paedophiles. So I think it's almost the other way around. So this is an ideology that is useful for paedophiles, right. So it will attract them. So if you ever talk to a child safeguarding expert, they'll say to you that if you work with vulnerable people, specifically vulnerable children, you have to be super suspicious-minded, and you have to make that really clear to everyone, because if you don't, you become a beacon, which attracts the wrong people, because other people are being careful and you're not. So queer theory is like that. It attracts the wrong sort of people, because in other places, there are people going, why does that bloke want to call himself a woman and get into the women's prison? Why does that man have this weird obsession with the fact that childhood is a, post-industrial Western concept? But in queer theory, they're like, oh, that's interesting, you're queering childhood. So of course, in come the bloody paedophiles into that field. That's the way it works. Again, by no means everybody in queer theory is a paedophile. It's the other way around.
Well, you're making
the
opposite point. You're making the point is
the queer theory attracts them.
Attracts them.
Yeah.
So where are we getting these? Do you remember I can't remember. It was. I think it was in the course of the last year. We had this. What was it called? The show in Bristol.
Oh yeah,
the family sex ed show thing.
Yeah, I have the lyrics I still remember. I wish I didn't. I have a penis in my pants. Touch it, touch it, touch it, and all this kind of stuff. I can't open Twitter without some fucking drag queen twerking her ass in a 3-year-old's face.
Yeah.
Like, where is all this coming from?
I mean, I don't think that most of the people involved in Drag Queen Story Hour are paedophiles. I think that they're very careless, and so there will be paedophiles coming in. But so why are they so interested in getting in front of children?
And why are the parents there just clapping this along?
So the getting interested in being in front of children is because of the Jesuit thing, give me the child until he's 7 and I'll show you the man.
Right.
Right. So if you want to teach children, if you want to teach people, if you want the world to think that male and female are arbitrary categories, start with kids. And specifically little kids are good for this because little kids do think that what makes you a man or a woman is your clothes.
Yeah.
Like a 3-year-old does think that. They think that if you take a boy doll and you dress it to be a girl, it becomes a girl doll. Now, actually that's true for dolls because dolls don't have sexes. But you know what I mean? They think about people too. But by the time they're 6 or 7, they've worked out that it's the body. So interrupt that process and you've got people who will really think that trans women are women forevermore. And then just on a very pragmatic level, Drag Queen Story Hour means getting blokes dolled up to look like really, really hypersexualized parodies of women to come into schools and be called she in front of kids. Like, there's nothing better for preparing them for thinking that trans women are women. And then if you look at what they read as well, they read gender identity bullshit. They read all these stories about, you know, non-binary teddy bears and a dolphin who thought he was a boy but he's really a girl stuff, you know. So it's actually indoctrination. That's why they're doing it. It's indoctrination. I don't think it's for paedophilic purposes, although I think it's an easy avenue for it. It's because it's indoctrination. Why do the parents do it? We're back to the fucking virtue signalling, aren't we? I suppose it's very boring. I mean, you have a small baby, but it's very boring being at home as a mother with a toddler. You know, somebody wants to put on. Maybe you like to drag
Why don't you go
yourself.
for a fucking walk? Why do you have to take them to a Drag Queen Story Hour?
Well, maybe you liked drag yourself when you were in your teens or 20s or even maybe your 30s. I hate the bloody thing myself. It's just so boring. Like, it manages to be both boring and quite kind of terrifying at the same time, which is an amazing feat.
Look,
But
drag is a legitimate part of the creative arts and always has been, and you know.
But so suppose you were like in your 20s or 30s, like you had nice, you know, girls' nights out and you went to a drag bar and so on. It's kind of you're cool again, aren't you? And you're a cool mom. You're not like boring mom.
I suppose another way of looking at it is, you know, well, we go to the pantomime.
Yeah.
Bloke dresses up as, you know, as a pantomime
I haven't
day.
seen that much twerking at pantomimes, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Have you heard of this? It's sometimes called the fallacy of the beard. So it's meant to be about where there are things that really are different things, but the boundary between them is fuzzy. So you've got somebody who is clean shaven and then you give them like one hair. Have they got a beard? No. Have they, 2 hairs? Have they got a beard? No. When
You're talking about me, aren't you?
When you get to like, I don't know, I don't actually know how many hairs there are in a beard, but let's say it's 10,000, this person has a beard.
Yeah.
But there was no point in between where you know, where it was clear cut whether it was beard or no beard. So then somebody says, well, nobody has beards or everybody has beards. Like another example would be to say, you know, dusk. What's dusk? Is that daytime or is that nighttime? Oh, there's no day or night. So this is a bit of a long preamble to saying, yes, there's a bit of drag in pantos. Yes, there can be smutty innuendo. They're tertiary characters. It's a little bit of it. It's usually older men. It's very far away. They're not reading you bullshit about, you know, non-binary penguins or whatever the hell it is. In school, it's all of those things. It's right up close. It's only that. It's hypersexualized. There's no other storyline. It's not aiming over the heads of the kids at the grown-ups who just want to have a laugh at some dirty joke. So, you know, these are different things, even though it'd be hard to say where the boundary exactly lay between panto and drag queen. But they're just obviously different.
Okay. I think the question why do I feel like Helen Joyce has a way, even though she's trying to condemn the act, like she finds it disgusting, she finds it uncomfortable, she still has a way of supporting them. I don't know, from her mannerism and the way she's speaking, I don't know, maybe it's me. And still the question we are still asking is, why do parents take their kids to trans drag shows? Like she rightfully said, it is easier to indoctrinate a child than an adult, right? It's easier to let them, teach them to understand these things from when they are children, like when they are kids, compared to when they are grown-ups, right? They learn this thing faster. Like a child will think, you know, a teddy bear is a boy if he's wearing a boy's outfits, right? As a girl, if she's wearing, if the teddy bear is wearing a, so it is easier for children to, you know, understand these things. Do I personally think that trans or drag queens are pedophiles? I think they are. I don't know. I can't even say, but I think that they are trying to indoctrinate the children. That's what I think personally. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions about this particular conversation. I think it's quite sensitive because it involves, you know, our children. Our children needs to be protected. Our children needs to grow up to understand who they really are before they actually make a choice. A child, a kid who is 3, 4, 5 cannot make a decision of who they are until they understand actually who they are. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. Do well to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.